Hello YouTube, how you all doing today? Today we're out here taking a look at the CVLIFE rechargeable green laser with strobe function. I looked for a better name for it, but that seems to be what they call it. So that's this device right up here on the front. And you can see we have it mounted to our 11.5-inch AR pistol right here. And this is basically a excellent secondary backup aiming solution when you have things like what I have up here, which is this GT Guard GT Media thermal imager right here. Now this is actually just a thermal monocular, but it has a bipod mount. So with the bipod mount, I could put it on top of the rifle for spotting, or on top of the pistol, as it were, for spotting. And then you take things like this offset, 45-degree offset red dot mount right here, as you can see. There we are. And you put that on, and that way you use this for spotting. And then when you're going to use this for spotting, and then when you flip it, see a target, you're just going to flip it over 45 degrees and engage. Or where this comes in, you can engage with that. Now, another really great feature of having a laser on your rifle that's zeroed at, whatever your primary battlefield zero is. I'm a 36-yard zero kind of guy. But if this is zeroed at 36 yards, when I go to mount this, I just line my reticle up on this with the green dot at 36 yards, and it's zeroed without firing any ammo. So that is a very handy feature, and that alone is a good reason to use a green laser. Now, I'm an ex-infantryman, so I've used a lot of various types of gear and equipment, but what's really relevant here is that I used to live in a big, violent metropolitan city, and I was a private investigator for a long time, and I've had to be involved in several defensive use of force. Fortunately, I've never had to fire a firearm at another living human being. One of the main reasons I credit that having never happened, even though these were some, as the president might say, bad hombres, and sometimes multiple bad hombres. One of the reasons that I truly believe in my heart that I never had to fire a shot is because of the green lasers. I always carried a Crimson Trace laser guard on my sidearms. And boy, I'll tell you what, because of Hollywood movies or whatever else, maybe Call of Duty, people understand what that dot on their chest means, and it calms people down immediately. I've always felt like law enforcement should carry a laser on their handguns just for the pure chill the hell out effect of it, the pure deterrence effect, because I've been in multiple situations where literally I was legally justified. I could have fired if I had wanted to. I had all the legal justification to do so. But the moment I got that dot on someone's chest, they just calmed completely down, okay? Or, you put that dot between someone's eyes, not only are they completely blinded, but it's a very good chill out message, an unspoken universal language. So to me, the number one value of a laser sight is deterrence. Because, let's face it, if you're ever involved in a defensive shooting, it could be the cleanest shoot in the world, but you run into the wrong responding officers, the wrong investigating detective, or the wrong district attorney, or you are in the wrong zip code with the wrong voting demographics, it can destroy your life, even if you are completely 100% in the right. Well, they could still ride you through the rigmarole for pointing a firearm at someone, but guess what? Pointing a firearm at someone or aggravated assault, that's a serious charge. Costs a whole lot less money to defend than shooting another human being. No matter how violent they are, no matter how wrong they are, no matter how right you are, in some jurisdictions, it does not matter. That ain't going to matter at all, okay? What matters is that you pulled the trigger. So if you can get away with not pulling the trigger, that's not a bad thing at all, okay, folks? And a device like this is excellent for that, okay? So let's take a look at what we're going to get here and do a little bit of an unboxing, okay? Okay, so what we're going to get in the box, obviously, is our laser unit, which is right here. And you can see that on all sides. Nice, compact unit. And it's IPX4 rated. It's a polymer case. You know, this is not for Navy SEALs. This is a highly budget-friendly option for somebody who doesn't have a lot of money. I would say this would primarily be useful for two things: target practice and plinking, and home defense. Because in the home defense scenario, your gun ain't getting wet, your gun's not out getting banged into rocks and dropped out of trees and all that other stuff. So IPX4 with a polymer casing, I think, is perfectly fine for plinking and home defense, okay? So that's going to be your application. And this is a very inexpensive item. It's a high-value item. I've put quite a few rounds down range with this, and it holds zero very nicely, okay? But next thing we got here is our box. Okay, so what you get in the box is a recharging cable, some extra bolts right here, and then the laser unit. So very simple, very straightforward, but this is a very useful unit, and I'm going to do a little bit of shooting with this and demonstrate. So yeah, like I said, very basic unit, but a very basic unit like this, if it stops you from having to pull the trigger, it is absolutely worth its weight in gold. And the best thing about an item like this in a defensive situation is the overwhelming deterrent effect. I have absolutely stopped violent, felonious attackers just by pointing a laser at them. Okay, well, the laser was attached to a firearm, obviously, but not having to shoot, even though I was totally legally justified to do so, saved me God knows how much aggravation with the legal system, how many tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars in legal fees, and, you know, you're in the wrong jurisdiction, God knows how many years in prison. So it's a fantastic tool for zeroing your other optics and items that are on your weapon. You know, once your laser's zeroed, you could switch optics all the time. You just put the optic dot right on the green laser dot, and you could zero without firing a shot, which is super handy. And this is just a very good basic design. Comes with a nice instruction manual, full color. It's one of the things that does come in a box. Here's your package list. And then here are our specifications. And I'll let you take a second to look at that. But yes, very nice for the price. This is a tremendously high value piece of equipment. And if you're on a very, very tight budget, you know, college student, you know, you're a poor person, single mother, that kind of thing, I would absolutely recommend this for home defense or plinking type of usage. Okay, folks, I'm right here. I'm at about, I don't know, 15 yards or something like that. I'm just going to go left and right on my targets down here. You can see them arrayed left to right. There's an 8-inch clanger. There's a bowling pin, half-size bowling pin, and a 8x12 A-zone target. I'm just going to transition back left and right with a CMMG Bravo 22 long rifle kit and my 11.5-inch Gucci Space Needle AR, and we're just going to put some rounds on target. You can see how fast and easy it is. One of the beauties of a laser is you don't have to take a proper firing position. You can fire from your back, off to the side, any position, and it'll still work properly. Okay? And it's a very bright sunny day out. The sun is directly above us. Okay? So here we go. As you can see, no problem at all. You put them rounds right on target from the hip. Absolutely, I mean, sticking your arm straight out like this. No problem, okay? Very, very easy to use. Thanks for watching, folks. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Free My Me out.